At last, my sister, a week ago, came back from France. Ah, at last! Je fais mes vidéos là! Non, il va se passer quoi par bouffer un bol de riz? Ouais. Vous n'allez pas faire longtemps de bouffer, vous allez après faire vos trucs. Ok, bah je fais. My sister came back. Dus na Vindepan. May. And my sister came back a week ago for the holidays. And she brought back many of the things I had purchased from eBay. I'll put that hat away. Many of the things that I had purchased upon eBay, because the more recent purchases were from the European Union, because my sister being fed up with having to pick up things from outside of the European Union, from France. It's a blasted communist country where they block things if it is outside of the European Union. So I would have all the non-European Union bought items delivered, purchased, should I say, to Dubai. But obviously, since it is at war, the biggest catastrophe is that it no longer delivers, and eBay has stopped all shipping to Dubai. And I had to purchase a lot of all devices, with the money and all that I'm spending an enormous amount, one cannot get everything, and besides, the electronic items were proud to bring back. Thenceforth that you could not bring back everything. But I have purchased a lot, and thank heavens in view of the temperatures. But before that, I desire to talk about this unique, absolutely smasher coat, which I posted off before it was repaired, and once it was, I consider too small. Back in 2023, I reckon, or 22, but it was purchased in 2022, alongside another one. And basically this is the 1875 French coat, and probably low middle class, and around 1875. Just look up on the Instagram, for goodness sake. So, obviously now it fits good, and looking at it is very damaged and all. It is purely original. I have not buttoned it. Every thread except the darling, which was down the night of this thread. But I will come to analyzing the pieces I have purchased. So, I will not, yes, never mind the coat. One shall remember. Otherwise you can watch the Soviet Union Undershirts playlist, not the Swedish one. And I analyzed the summer undershirt purchase. Well, I went back after years to the same seller who normally carries the same size, the 50 to 54. And I purchased 3 more. Shout out to him that he accepted to not have it with the drawers and the undershirts. So this is the one from the video that has been quite a lot. And thereof it went from this extremely light off-white, to basically white, because we remove all the stains, while often uses the Vanish product, this, which is way better than Clorox and damages less and removes stains and makes things whiter more easily. And it's actually more picture accurate, but I already said that in a starting video. I forgot which one exactly. So this, and you see, one you see the slightly wrinkles and everything. I had a full total analysis of it, and it is the one that is dated, the winter edition. which is not there, is not dated. And I will not purchase any more of these. This thing is giving me some trouble. Not being stable. Now these 3 more are the exact same size and have never been worn, hence I must analyze them quickly until they are the exact same. So below is, this is a perfect example of, just talk about that quickly when I was talking about transforming shirts that no longer fit or too damaged. In the gangs of New York, shirts, costumes review playlists. In the first videos I was wearing that shirt which had a high collar, and it began breaking, and the collar, it is suitable, so I slipped off the collar, and I shall use it as an undershirt alongside these for when one shall be mourning one of the pets, or when I shall be mourning. I was not mourning. This waistcoat was the one I was wearing in the Gangs of New York playlist. On the reverse side, this is the other side. This is not pizza. I shall not talk about it, but because I lost an incredible amount of weight. So yeah, this is balance, and these are the 3 Soviet Army undershirts, and these are older to have essentially the exact same. I'm not very much older to have the exact same, almost absolutely exact same buttons, and one may wonder, well, if they're not exactly, absolutely exactly the same buttons, maybe they're a slightly different batch, and obviously they are. These are older, these are dated, they're the same. 1979, for one may see here, but I cannot see on the camera, but 7, but where the placement of the 86 of the old one is exactly there is a 7 and a 9, which are beginning to fade away. Same size with the 54, Russian written start at 1 kilometer cipher, and one may wonder, well, since these undershirts are not either they are of a shirting cloth, they are also they are not as well made then ironically the 7 years more recent one, in other words from 86, but it depends. So some have, very odd, so this one does not, so it does really fulfill the story that one is being told by many sellers, written upon the selling that the military men were required to make it, because for example that one does not have the split yoke thing I explained in the playlist. The other 2 do exactly the same, when it's not split in the middle. The count of the set, really, the exact same thing. So one would wonder, this is not, a knitted thing undershirt like that one. So why, and it did not fit well, as said in the playlist, thereof, why purchase more to start with them forever? Also, why purchase 3 over there have this one? But this one will not last. This is extremely cloth, so I decided to just make it in one guess and the 3 shall be the same. So once this shall die, when I shall be wearing it, when I'll be moving, so this are 4 undershirts, I shall have 4 exact same. But I wanted, this was one of the last opportunities to be die-hard, accurate, and also once it is warm, it shall procure my with a benefit. Perchance shall I be able to still wear a proper clothing, as in with a waistcoat and the coat, and when, as in when it is very hot like now, or in the winter, then even with the waist shinsa, which I shall talk about. So I have a 1950s waist, and I have 2 for the evening wear, and that I will not wear because the evening wear is not ready yet. But I have from the 1950s. I no longer wear it since a few days because it got exceedingly hot now. I still wear the kit, being by how I am. So I'm actually coming back from outside now, just now. So I talked about basically these imitation